I should thank Sarala for it. In fact, she also helped me coining the title. I'm very bad in writing as well as presenting. I'm not an academician or a scientist, I'm just an ordinary farmer, very uneducated farmer. I'm a second generation farmer. I took a farm from my late father in 2001, and since then I've been farming. And we transformed our farm into organic farming in 2003, so we are now around 20 years of organic farming. We are a certified organic farm, but unfortunately, in India we don't have organic certification on fisheries. So next year we are going for limited, so it's a very tough certification. So I hope things will change, and we have a very good ecosystem. Okay. So this is because I have only put few pictures in the morning. I was attending a wedding last 2 days, so I was quite busy and traveling. So this is an aerial picture of our farm. We are a very agro-diverse farm with fish, which is around 70% of our land area, and the rest are used for agricultural activities, all organic. So this is one of the farm. This is fish that we breed. We are very professional in fish breeding. We are the only farm, we could say, in the entire Northeast to do single breeding of carps, because there is a big demand of fish, carps, but there is a very big problem on crossbreeding because fish usually breeds in normal conditions in natural water bodies where they have different kinds of within a period window of around 3 months they breed at different time. But in our artificial way of breeding, we catch all the fishes, we put it in a concrete system, and we inject either with pituitary gland or with synthetic hormones, and that way the fish are bound to breed, and and there are lots of chances of hybridization, and in that way it will decline the quality of the fish in the long term. So we also do train. Last year we have trained more than 3,000 farmers on organic agriculture and organic fisheries. We also trained last year through Chhaya, through an organization called SESTA, around 400 women on sustainable fishery and organic practices. Fish, seedling. But it's not moving. Okay. So this is another project of us in the village of Kohima. We are also trying to make them aware of doing fisheries in a more professional, more sustainable way, and we also provide them with seedlings to our villagers. We also have a first ever women's organic cooperative in Kohima in Northeast. Now our main issue is how can we feed them naturally, and I think the government propaganda is also much into industrialization and industrial farming. We are subsidizing different ways of farming like RAS and different structures, which are very energy inefficient and very energy intensive, where you have to feed them with soya-based product and also with feeds which are filled with antibiotics and all, and which is very tough for us also to cope up. We brought some good bean seeds from the seed bank in Germany. And we're also trying to use lots of other grains and pulses through which we can produce our own feed. There are some beans, prepared beans, which can contain up to 33% protein as far as I'm told. And we're also blending it and we're making our own fish feed, which is somehow, I feel, more sustainable than buying it from outside. More or less the soy and the corn that comes from outside. In the surroundings, we also have lots of weeds and all, where we recycle and use them as fish feed in order to increase the population of the plankton. We use lots of azolla, with lots of weeds and lots of trees. We also have fish and viticulture, which we are following it, which is being practiced by the Aquatic communities, and we're getting very good results. Instead of digging, and using too much of excavators and all to dig big fish ponds, we can easily go for fish pond viticulture. And this is really effective, and it doesn't require any external feeding, and that also helps in the productivity of the rice. We use bottom feeders for this. I'll not go more into the technical details. Our seedlings, and this is the feed structure. That it's not a good picture, but it's mixed with different ingredients along with rice that we grow of our own. This is another picture of our farm. We also have lots of compost bins all around the farm so that we recycle and reuse everything that is generated within the farm campus to feed our fish. We also have a little bit of vermicompost manure. We also have livestock, cows and all to make vermicompost. We also have bananas and all. The bananas are also act as a very good. The banana leaves are used by certain fish as their feed. Uh, we also have a picture. And this is also a very good, like irrigation. For the last 12 years, we have left aside a pond of around 1.5 acres for wild birds. So last year we had around 8,000 birds that came into a farm. Still there are. It comes in the month of October last, and it stays till March. So we have 73 species of birds in our farm. So we are trying. I've just got a new PhD student from a university, Central University on Aquatic Science. We are trying to see like the poo of the birds can be used as a nitrogen for the fish ponds, and it's really helpful. So the birds now not only sits here, but they also go to other ponds. And I have seen the color of the water change. It's changed into more greenish, which is a good indicator of more planktons. So these are quite small experiments that we are trying to do because I have attended lots of seminars and all. And at the end, the result is zero. Don't take me other way because we all believe in scientific journals and papers, but at the end, we don't preach what we practice, right? So this is something we have to relearn and discuss and do something on the ground, So yeah, these are the words. So that's what I have to. I think it's not working. Okay. Thank you. I think it's finished. This is our home. Any questions? I'm very happy to answer.
No, I have a question.
Please.
So, because IMC and small indigenous species, but if you see in the market, small indigenous species are more priced than the IMC. Have you done anything to breed or propagate the species?
Yes, this is a very good question. Yes. So, if you see over my limited experience, what I've seen, we are the biggest culprit of climate change, being farmers, because we use herbicides, pesticides, chemicals, everything, and because we are very tropical, and everything goes wash off in the ecosystem, in the water basically, and there are hardly any indigenous fish in the water system now. So, but thankfully and fortunately, in our place, because we have external periphery, we have buffer, we have drains, so that external contaminated water doesn't come inside. So in our rice fields, we have drains, we have channels where there are lots of indigenous fishes. And we are also working it out on how to tap it nicely and come out with a concrete, proof concept that this can be done. It will take some time because in our case, we don't have institution and social funding. Everything comes from the bank. My bank gave me a loan with around 10.9 now with the Ukraine war. So 11% of interest I cannot afford to do lots of research, but still we are doing it. And I can proudly say that yes, we have also started the mural breeding like Kohima, which is the climbing birds, the local catfishes. We have done it, and it's quite successful. It can be done, and I think if small and marginal farmers can adopt this kind of small techniques in vegetables where it doesn't require too much of investment, they might gain economically. And also in indigenous knowledge, what I feel personally is we never teach it. Only in platforms like that these are being discussed. But in practice, we are very much into so-called industrial farming. So these have to be addressed in the school, in the college, or in the forum where there's a need. Any more questions?
In Kohima village, what type of fish that you?
In Kohima village, because people only practice fish and rice cultivation, so we get the carp. We have apple carps, common carps, the bottom feeders, and Labio calvasu and Labio gonias. These are very bottom feeders. They stay in the vegetative. Yes.
Yes, just I want to. This is not a question. This is science. That I have seen your farm.
Yes.
You can go with that indigenous with the Emily Verington Mola with IMC. That you can do. that give you less effort and you can earn more in small indigenous species.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.